Hello, my name is Angelita Borjas and I am a makeup artist. I am 50 years old and I'm here to tell you more about Angelita Borjas. What made me want to do makeup? I've always been very girly. I've always loved the things of beauty. I think makeup is a beautiful thing and an awesome way to create something within ourselves. It's so funny because my sisters always say that my first word was Maybelline because I've always been that way. As a little girl, I always was playing in makeup and just wanted to do it. As I got older, I found many ways to make many different looks, and I could be anybody I wanted. I could be glamorous, I could be just plain and still look beautiful. Either way, I think makeup just helps me to be me, who I want to be. I was 13 when I started wearing makeup and really enjoyed it, and I was really very creative, and I found myself, you know, saying to myself, hey, I'm pretty good at this, and to me, I'm an artist and this is the way I show my creations. I've always said to myself that my face is my canvas, and so it's my palette and my way of creating beauty. I was 14. I started very young, at a very young age. I enjoy doing makeup on other people. I probably like that more, doing it more on others than I do on myself. I've created hundreds of looks on myself, but to have a clean canvas every time is such an amazing part of being a makeup artist, because every individual has such a unique and different look that there's so many things you can create with the beauty of makeup. The empowerment of being able to make someone smile because you've put this look on their face that they've never expected they can have. Although we all should see the beauty within us outside as well, but just to have the fun and be able to create such a wonderful feeling for someone, I enjoy doing that. I think what keeps being a makeup artist exciting for me, the reason I don't get bored, is because I do know the possibilities of the many things that can be done with makeup. It is not just a glamorous look. It is not just a natural look. It is not just go from here to there look. You can make so many changes and literally become someone else with your makeup on the outside. My favorite makeup to do is Halloween, is like FX type makeup. I love doing that because I love creating something that no one else has ever seen before, and I think that's what keeps it exciting for me. If I could collaborate with any makeup artist, this is an easy one for me. It would be Hank and Henry. I absolutely love Hank and Henry and his story behind what made him become the makeup artist, and now he has his own makeup line. I just love the inspiration behind him. It's beautiful, and if I had the opportunity to meet Hank and Henry, I would be so excited. I would just love it because I love that kid. He's amazing, and I just love who he is. He's actually a big inspiration to me, and one of the reasons that I started now that I'm doing the makeup lives and the tutorials more, it was because of him. Because I did the makeup for years, but I never really came out with it like I do now, and now I want to inspire people to come out and be the best that they can be and do what they want in life. It doesn't matter what we've been through. Just let your artistry come out and you be you. My advice for an aspiring makeup artist would be never to give up on your dream, and never let anyone tell you anything different. If you feel this is what you are supposed to be doing in your life, then you do it. That's with anything anyone wants to do. Go forth with your dreams. Always know the possibilities are endless. Never give up. Fight for what you want and for what you love to do, and you can go to the ends of the earth in anything you do. So never give up. That's my advice. If anyone were interested in looking at my work, I am currently on Instagram at Angelitas_dream, or I'm also on Facebook. I have a group page called Glitz and Glam. You're more than welcome. Please follow me. You can see my many different looks there. Becoming a makeup mogul would be a dream come true for me. I would absolutely love it, and be able to inspire others as others have inspired me. Also, to leave a legacy behind for my children and my grandchildren would mean so much to me. So yes, that is something I would absolutely love to do. If my life were a book, I would call it On the Wing of a Prayer. I have lived my life through prayer and belief of God and my faith. I have gone through some tragedy in my life. I was married to a very abusive man, molested as a child, but I have always had the faith, and I know that that has brought me a long way. So prayer has brought me to where I am, and has inspired me to always keep my eyes open and full of life, and never give up, and never believe that anyone or anything can bring me down. So, on the wing of a prayer. So, more about me, Angelita Borjas. Pardon me if I get a little teary-eyed. I am a woman who has been broken in my childhood and in life itself. My marriage was a broken marriage, but I'm a woman who also refuses to give up. I am a woman who will fight for what I believe in, and if I have to crawl to get to where I need to be, then I will crawl, but I will always stand. I am a big believer in faith, as I mentioned before. I know that God has brought me to where I am, and because He sees that I am a fighter, He knew that He could put me through anything, any storm, and I would withstand. So with that being said, Angelita Borjas is someone who never backs down. So any challenges, anything anyone has to bring to me, go ahead and know that I will, I am a fighter, and I will get to where I need to be, and I won't ever back down from anything. I'll do it for my children. I'll do it for my grandchildren. I do it for me, and I do it for God, first and foremost for God, and then from there I can't fail. So in life, whatever life I have left, I look forward to it, because I know that whatever it is, it's going to be amazing, as it already has been. Yes, I have fought, but I've come a very long way, and plan on going further and staying there and shining like a true star. I do believe that there are people that use makeup to hide, and well, we all know that there's people that use makeup to empower. Now, was there ever a time when I used makeup to hide? Yes, there was. As a young girl, I was molested by someone I loved and trusted dearly. You know, you never expect that. As I said, I started wearing makeup at a very young age. I was 13 when I started wearing it, and a lot of the reason was that, actually, most of the reason was that I thought hiding behind the makeup would hide my shame, I guess. But I knew that I always loved beauty, even as a kid. But as I got older and as I started to learn to forgive the people that hurt me, I knew that I didn't have to hide behind makeup, but I knew I loved it at the same time. And so instead of using it to hide behind, I started using it as an art and enjoying it more and loving it more, and it just made it more fun and more empowering for me. It made me feel empowered. So yeah, I did hide behind the makeup for a while, but I'm not hiding anymore. Now I'm just showing the artistry that I know I have in me. To those people who don't believe that makeup is an art form, first and foremost, I believe we're all entitled to our opinion, which is okay. But I would ask them to consider to take a deeper look and to see the creations that so many makeup artists can do. I mean, if that's not an art form, what is it? I believe that art is anything. If we grab a piece of paper and put a pen to it and draw 3 lines, it's art. To me, of course, you know, as I said, we are all entitled to our opinion, but for those who don't believe, I think I would just ask to take a consideration and take a deeper look and see what this artist is actually creating. Maybe there's something behind it, just as there is an art. And you look at a beautiful canvas and you see something, and you see this beautiful picture, but you're looking beyond the picture. You're seeing what the artist was thinking when he created it. Well, it's the same thing with makeup. So when God comes calling and I'm at the end of my life, I want to say thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father, for the life that you have given me. Even though I felt as if it was a very hard one for some time, and for the things that I went through. But then I say thank you because he has given me the strength and the knowledge that I need to help others. I'm here when I do my makeup tutorials. I always tell my girls or people watching me, never ever let anyone or anything bring you down. Know that you have the strength to move forward because God has given it to you. So I say thank you, Jesus. Thank you so much for making me the warrior that I am, and for making me the person that I am, and the artist that I am, and that I will continue to work hard to be until it is time for me to go. I'm blessed and I'm grateful for it. I will never let anyone or anything bring me down. I will continue to keep trying to empower people as I go. So then we just, from there, we go in and we go to where the arch of the brow. You can feel your brow bone as well, right in here where your arch should go. If you're not comfortable with just doing that, then you can do from this part of your nose right into the center there. Actually, right here where your nose is, and to the center there. That would be your arch, and the end would be obviously the end of your nose here. And you just draw on the shape of your brow, okay? You will do this with both sides. And you will outline the top and the bottom. Okay, so we'll fill in the brow. If you have your natural brow, this is the same concept you'll be using. Obviously, you won't be drawing on your brow to fill in, but you can do this same process as you're drawing it on if you feel like you want to define it more. So we'll just fill in the brow. So now I'm going to be going in with my concealer to clean up the brow and give it more of a shape. The shape that I really like is square. That's kind of what's in right now. It's trending, but you don't always have to follow that. Of course, if you have your own brow, it's easier to just follow the shape of your own brow. I use the Hard Candy concealer. A little bit goes a long way, and I'll start here. I just go underneath the brow, follow the shape. If I feel that it is too thick, I will clean. If I feel that this shape is too thick, I will clean it up a little bit. It's giving it a more defined look. I'll do that on both sides. I will do top and bottom. I will also be using this concealer as a eyeshadow primer, so I will do the full lid. Want to make sure that my brows look as even as possible. Remember, we always have a brow that our brows are not twins, as they say. They're sisters. They will not always look the same. That just kind of helps me and shows me where my brow, right in here. See, that's pretty even, pretty close. I'll continue with this side. So now that I have the shape of the brow, I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill it in with the Beauty Creations Mini Brow Kit. And what this kit is, it has the powdered filler for the brows. You can also just use the Beauty Creations for itself if you have, you know, with your own natural brow to fill in. Instead of using a pencil or anything else, you can use this all on its own. I'm going to use a very thin brush here to give my brow a more natural look. I'm going to use the darker color. It's like a mocha, kind of chocolatey looking, and I'm going to give myself a small hair stroke. Now with this part of my brow, I like it to give it a more faded look. So I'm gonna use the brush at this angle, and I'm going upward strokes with it. It gives it a lighter, it looks lighter than the rest of the brow. Go back in and kind of clean up where I made a little bit of mistakes there. I will do the other side the same way. Hair strokes. Once you've gotten your brow filled in, I'm gonna go back in with a spoolie to kind of, and it's all about shaping, so you'll hear me say that a lot, shaping the brow and giving it a natural look. So I'm gonna go in with the spoolie here, and I'm going to just also give it like a small like hair like strokes. I'm gonna tap this part of my brow, the front part of my brow, just because, as I said, I like mine a little more faded up here in the front. I'll do that on the other side as well. You can kind of see, you can see more of a defined, more brow looking. I mean, it looks more natural, not just drawn on. There are a lot of women who, a lot of people who don't have brows for either medical reasons or just for, like myself, I tattooed mine on years ago and I just decided never to let them grow back out. But this is a good tutorial to help you get the shape of a brow and make it look as a real brow. Trust the process. Once everything starts coming together, you'll see what I'm talking about, it looking more natural. You just, you know, trust the process. Once I've done the brow, I am going to primer the whole lid with that concealer, the hard candy concealer. I'll prime the entire lid and then we will go on with the eyeshadow look. I'll just do my whole lid here. I do have mature skin, so I try not to pull. I tap it in. And then even if you're younger and you know your skin is not mature like mine, you know, as we grow older we lose the elasticity in our skin. So we fill this in, and I do normally do the shadow before I primer before I use my foundation or anything. And the reason for that is because that way, if we're doing a smoky eye look, any kind of look, actually, if you're using glitters or whatnot, you don't want to get that onto your foundation. So once that you've got your eyeshadow on, your lashes, your eyes are completely done, then we go in with the finished look, the foundation, the contour, and your lips. our lids. As I said, I'm going in with the Beauty Blender, and I'm just going to smooth that out there on both sides. There you go. You can see the difference there. And kind of clean that up just a little bit there, but I mean, obviously I'm going to go back in with my foundation there. Then I'm going to go in with my banana powder, and I'm going to put that over the primer. And I'm just using a hard, it's not too hard, but it's kind of dense, you know, brush here. And I'll just tap that in to my Now we're gonna start with our eyeshadow. Our eyes are primed, and we've also set them with our translucent powder. So I'm gonna go in with the transition color, which is a color I'll be using here. I'm gonna be doing it's a glam smoky eye look, very pretty with black glitter on the lid. In 1 second. I'm gonna be using the Adara palette today for the transition color, and I'll be using this orange color here. Going in, that'll be my transition color. When I say transition, that's the color I'll be using here, right between my lid here and my brow bone, just right in the center here. And I'll be using a fluffier brush for that. This is a Tarte brush, and it's pretty fluffy, so that's what I'll be using for that. And I'll just be going in and putting that in here, just like so. I always say a woman's face is an art canvas. And we paint, we recreate, we look, you know, painting is a beautiful art, and you can paint your face in any way you want to make yourself feel beautiful. You're beautiful without it. Canvases, a blank canvas can be so many things. Once we've got that transition color in, I'm going to go in with the lid color, which I'm going to be doing, as I said, a black smoky eye. I'm also going to use the Adara palette for that. We do have a black in here. It's so pretty on this Adara palette. Is got some beautiful colors. With this one, I will use a brush that is a little more. This is also a Tarte brush, and it's a little bit harder here on the end. I'll get my color onto my brush and then just put it onto my lid. So after the black has been applied, I'm going to go in with a really light, a very pretty, also off of the Adara palette. It's a very pretty white we have here. This one here. And for this one, I will be using, it's also a harder brush. It's a well, not super hard, but it's just it's got that pointed shape, and it just makes it easier to go right under the brow here. And it's super, super soft. Well, hopefully they're all super soft, right? Let's follow that to the end of the brow there, both sides. Once that is done, looks like I got a little bit on my brow here, so I'm going to use my hard brush to kind of fix that part of the brow. On both ends there. Okay. Now I'm going to go in and I'm going to blend all the colors not together, but to blend it to make it a smoother look and add the glitter to the lid of my eye. I know this may sound a little crazy, but I say it all the time, our faces are canvas. I literally use an art brush. It's very fluffy. This is my fave blending brush. Of course, you use whatever is best for you, to your preference, of course. And I'll blend it all that in, the colors there. Now, let me see here. The glitter that I'm going to be using, I'm not even really sure the name of this. It's a loose glitter. It's very pretty. It's a black shimmery, and that's what I'll be using over the lid of my eye. And you can just let me see. I'll use a harder, this brush is a little harder, and I'll go over my lid here with the glitter. You will get glitter everywhere, but remember, we don't have our foundation on yet, so it's okay to get a little glitter on you, because you can easily wipe it off with a brush before putting your foundation on. There's the glitter. So pretty. I love it. You can put as much or as little as you want. It's just giving it a shimmer. Very glamorous looking. This is a good look for a dinner party, a Christmas dinner party, New Year's party, or just because you're going out on a date with your significant other, your better half. I love this. I love this. Okay. After you've done that, you can take a big fluffy brush and just wipe off all that excess. I can see glitter flying everywhere. They do have pressed glitters you can buy that won't have so much fallout and won't be everywhere. I know that a Beauty Glazed is one that, and you don't require glue on this. This one doesn't either, but You can look for different colors on those. Amazon's a good place to look for those colors. Beauty glazed products. Okay, so now I've gotten all the fallout off, and I'm gonna in my waterline I'm going to use a black liner, and this is a Revlon black. It's a chunky pen, and I'm just gonna put it in the waterline. Your look will start coming together. So now that we've gotten that, we've gotten the eyeshadow on, we've got our waterline done, we have blended in. I'm going to create a small wing here, and with that I'm going to be using the Gel MAC eyeliner or liner. I love this stuff, and with this I'll just use a really thin brush, very thin, just to create that wing. And I will start from the inner corner of my eye all the way out. And you can go out as far as you want, or just stay within the inner part of your eye, however your preference, whatever your preference is. I'll just go right to where the eyeshadow ends and just create a small wing from here to there. You can make it as sharp as you want, or you can even round it off a little if you want. I like mine pretty sharp. I'll do the other side. This brush is also a craft brush, but it's so thin and precise that I really like the way it makes the wing look. And like an artist, we will have paint and colors everywhere. But when we're done, you've created a beautiful piece. As any artist would. Whoop, and there you go. I'll get that cleaned up. You are allowed to make mistakes. We all do, and they easily clean up. Okay, my love, so now that's done. We've got our wing, we've got our waterline, we've got our color on. I'm going to add lashes, and then we'll continue the rest of our face from there. I'm going to be using the Adara Tiffany eyelashes today. These are 100% human hair. They're really awesome lashes. I like these lashes a lot, and I am a lash girl. If you're not a lash girl, trust me, once you start wearing them and then you stop wearing them, you'll feel completely different. I'm using duo glue for the lashes. What I do is I just put a dot on a lid here that I have for my, it's my painter's canvas, my painter's palette, I'm sorry, and I just put a little dot there. I use a really thin brush and just grab a bit of that glue and put it onto the band of the lash. These lashes are very comfortable. They're not heavy. Some lashes can be kind of heavy depending on the lash and the brand and stuff. So you just put the glue onto the lash, let it get tacky, let it dry some, and then apply the lash to your eye. We'll let that dry, and I'll go ahead and do the other lash as well. Put the glue on it. I'll set that one down. We'll get the glue, excuse me, onto this one, and then we'll apply the other lash. Do the same thing here. Use my little tool to hold the lash. Do the same thing. I tend to apply a little more glue to the ends of the lash than the center part of it, just because I want to make sure that it stays down on both ends. And there we go. There's that. I'll set that down so that it can dry some. Oops. Grab my other lash and apply it. When I apply my lashes, I always start in the middle of my lid. I'm not very good with the tool. Some people are, some people aren't, but I'm going to try to use it today. I'm better with it at my fingers. There we go. And you go in the middle, inside, and outside. Yeah, maybe not the tool, or both. There we go. Lash applied, ladies. Voila. Ladies and gentlemen. Just place it where you want it. This lash feels very light. It's almost as if I don't even have it on. I am going to also use a little bit of mascara, but I won't do that. Apply mascara until I'm done with the foundation and everything. Now I'm going to grab my other lash and do the same thing. Kind of shape these, you know, kind of like your eye. Put it on. Middle. Inner and outer. And you can use your tool. Yes, you'll get a little glue here and there, but it cleans up. Yeah, see? Okay, there we go. There we go, there we go. I like mine as close as I can get it to my lash line. That glue will dry up. Okay, there's that. Lashes done. Now that the lashes are applied, I'm going to go ahead and go in with my foundation. I'm going to use a Tarte foundation brush to apply it. I'm going to be using the LA Colors. It's the matte liquid foundation, which I like. Just a little bit goes a long way. I just put it there and then just go in and put it all over my face. Once that's been applied, then I'm going to go back in with the concealer and clean up the edge line, the line here at the end of my eye, the corners of my eyes here. Let me see. Oh, find my concealer brush. My favorite concealer brush is this little flat concealer brush. Is amazing. Just a small. I'm just going to go in here on the edge of where my wing is, and just kind of go this way. That kind of gives you a little bit of highlight on your face as well, which I will be using a highlight on my face. We'll do that on both ends, and of course blend it out. Gives it a sharper look. Okay. Going back in with one of my beauty blenders and just blending that in. Both sides. I'm now going to go in and contour, and for my contour I use the E.l.f. Contour kit. It comes with 4 awesome colors. Of course I always use the darker one, just my preference. They have 2 other shades you can use. This is also a concealer that you can use if you don't have like hard candy or anything. This you can use for any cleanups like we did here, and like I said, we'll be blending everything together. So for my contour, I use this is a Tarte brush. This is pretty hard. When I do my contour, I come up from here where my hairline is and come around kind of a C shape to where my nose is, but I don't right in here. All of our faces are shaped different, so it's, you know, how you feel. If you want a deep contour, you can do it kind of like this as well. I feel like my face is pretty round, and this is what works for me. I'm also gonna do my chin. I do have a double chin, so I used make it look a little darker here and under here. And my nose. You don't always have to do this on your nose. If you prefer just a more like a snatched, more defined look on your nose, you can only do the sides down. This is my preference. For my nose, I like to have like a little, look like I have a button nose, sort of. Boy, makeup looks messy when we're first doing it, but when we're done, oh my. There's the contour, and this is what it looks like. A mess. And again with this, I'm just going to use a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to apply the translucent powder and just start underneath my eyes here and just blend them. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in and highlight. I'm also going to use a gold on the inner corner of my eyes here, and for that I'm going to use this LA Colors. It's just a small, it's a quad palette. This gold is amazing. It's so pretty and so pigmented. I'm just going to use a hard brush for that, kind of like the one I used underneath my brow, and I'm just going to apply that right here on the inner corner of my eye. You can use as much or as little as you want. If you even wanted to, put a little over here on this part of your brow, not the entire brow, just to highlight that part right there. So pretty. I'm gonna have to fix that part of my brow right there. I kind of thinned it out a little. Everything can be fixed. You cannot make mistakes, and even if you do, you can go back and fix them. That is the beauty of makeup. Now for the highlight that I'll be using on my cheeks, it's going to be a Beauty Creations. It is called Angel Glow. It's also a quad. It's got some beautiful colors in here. I think I'm going in with this gold here because I like gold. I'm going to use my fan brush. I'm going to just put it in there. And for me, when I highlight, I just highlight the upper part of my cheekbone here on both sides. I do the ball of my nose. I want to shine like the diamond I am, so I'm going to make it shine. Then I'll apply some here on the bridge of my nose. I'm also going to apply a little bit over my brow here, just near my hairline. When you turn, oh girl, you are shining. Some people like to use it on the Cupid's bow. I'm not real big on that, but I'll do that for you guys today. It does, you know, make your lipstick stand out a little more. You can apply it down here also if you want a little bit of glow down here. I'm not putting as much, just very little. There we go, on the glow. Okay, so I've decided I kind of want my brow to look a little darker than when it does. So the remaining product that I have that I use to create my wing, I'm gonna just apply with that same little brush onto my brow and just create little hair strokes going here. You can do this with any color if you like dark browns, black, whatever. I just feel like I need it to be a little bit more bold for this look. Now if I were doing a more natural look, then I would go with a lighter brown. Just create little hairlines like so. I'll do that on both sides. I think that kind of makes the look stand out a little more. And again, I'm not having to apply any product because I have product on the brush from applying my wing Just kind of adding a little color to my brow. Oh yeah, I like that. There we go. I feel like that brow makes it stand out a little more. It was a little light for my preference for this look. Now I think I'm going to, on my eye, the transition color, I'm going to tone it down a little. I feel like it might be still a little bold because I really want the black to stand out. So I'm just going to go in and just kind of blend that by itself, and then not blend it with the black. Feeling like I want to shine a little more over here, which I think I'm going to, so I'm going to add a little bit more highlight. I'm actually going to apply it with my finger. There we go. Fingers are tools too, guys. There we go. I like that. Hopefully you guys like it too. You can also use your concealer to clean up your lipstick to make it look more defined and cleaned up. And you don't have to put any product. Just use the product that's already on your brush. Okay, there we go, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me create this look for you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My name is Angelita Borjas, and thank you so much for being with me today. God bless.